Hi, it's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. Well, today I'm going to make a special card for my sister and her husband for Christmas, and I thought you might want to come along for the ride. I hope you'll stay tuned. Well, I have this Carolyn Wright stamp that I absolutely love. If you don't know this about me, I love her bird stamps, and this one is called, I think, Holly House. I might be making it up. Yes, Holly House 90129. And of course all of her stamps are discontinued, so the only place to find them usually is on eBay. And so what I've done first is I've taken a piece of 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 inch cardstock, and then I took a piece of, this is Avery removable labels, and I'm going to make a mask and use later. So I've already made the mask, and I'll take the backing off of it when I'm ready to do that. But I thought first I would do my coloring, and my coloring is going to be with colored pencils, mostly Prismacolors, and a huge variety. As you can see, this is what I'm shooting for, and I thought what I would do is do some of my kind of work my way from bottom to top, and I'm trying to follow her coloring as much as possible, because I think that hers is just so beautiful that I want to just follow it, is all I'm saying. Okay. Alright, these are the colors I'm going to start with. She does a lot. This is actually the color I want, I think. She does a lot of coloring with a bunch of colors. She doesn't just stick to one. Like, everything in hers is vibrant and very colorful. So I like to try and follow it as much as possible, because it's so beautiful the way she does it. And if you aren't familiar with Prismacolor watercolor pencils, they're very, very, very creamy and nice to work with, and I recommend them highly. Unfortunately, the biggest set they come in is a set of, I think, 36, and that just kills me, because I love to use these, and when you can only find that small of a set, it's a bummer. At least it is for me, because I want to have a lot of colors, and unfortunately you don't find them that way. And then she went into a brown. I'm probably going to have Rich fast forward through a lot of this, because otherwise it might take forever, and I'd really hate for you guys to have to sit through me coloring for hours at a time. I'm hoping this won't take forever, but because she uses so many colors in so many different ways, it is a long process. So I don't want you to have to stick around if you've got other things you'd rather be doing. I didn't think you'd want to watch all of my coloring, and unfortunately my camera stopped and I didn't even realize it, so I kind of saved you from a fate worse than death. I'm going to be using a blender pen, which is a pen that has glycerin in it, and it will blend out your colors. I forgot a couple things to color here. Try Stormy Sky. It's a distress ink, and if it's too dark, oh look, I already got crap on my background. How lucky! If it's too dark, we can go with something else, but I figured I could always lighten this because it's water reactive. So that's the plan. See what we got. I like it because it's more of a muted blue. Okay, so let's ink this again. Make sure my mask stays on. You want to really make sure you rub over that area that the mask is on, because you don't want to have like a line there. That looks pretty good, and I didn't push right there hard enough, and so that's a bummer. And so that's where my line stops. So that's where I'm going to start it at. Hopefully we didn't screw it up too badly, but like I said, if we did, like we have that line, we can go back over it with we can use our never mind, I'll show it to you. I'm trying to get the spots I missed. Okay, now here's what I'm going to do to fix this a little bit. I'm going to get my blue brush and don't worry. I know it's at that hot mess phase where you think to yourself, holy cow, how is she ever going to redeem this? Don't worry, I've got a plan. Want to get this top section nice and filled in. These are 1-inch chip brushes. I get them at Harbor Freight Liquidators, in case you haven't heard that story. And then I just cut the top maybe 1/2 inch off so that they're completely straight across, and they work like a champ for me. I'm going to get a green ink. Let me find one I like, and I'll be right back. I've gotten Iced Spruce and my green brush, and I'm going to start right there where it's the line, you know, that line that we had from changing it over, I'm going to make it turn into the grass. So the bottom is going to be grass, and then the top is going to be not grass. Does that make sense? I think it does. You probably thought I planned that all along. Of course you know I didn't. You ready for the reveal? Are you scared? I'm kind of scared. Anybody want to hold my hand while I fret about this? No, I'm not going to fret. Keep these masks after you've gone to the trouble of cutting one out and done all this work into it. You definitely don't want to have to do it again. Once is plenty. It took me quite a while to do this. And there you have it. I think it needs a little tree right there. These are just some weird little tree stamps I had. And I'll just put that, put a little scrap right there. I'm digging it. I think I'm going to put another one. Right there. Now all I want to do is I'm going to round the corners and put it on card base, and we'll be all done. This is my corner rounder. I love it. It makes me happy. It does a nice job of rounding corners, and it has 3 sizes. And I talk about it all the time because I like it, but I can't say the name, so I'll just show it to you. And I find it on Amazon. It's a Kadomaru Pro. 3 sizes, large, medium, small. I love it. Just have to tell you. It's my favorite. Look what I found. I know it's shocking to you that I have my bone folder because I rarely have it, but it's a special occasion. I've got a bone folder. I need to find a sentiment too. That's better. I would really like to round that corner if I could, but I know I can't. I'm going to try it with my scissors instead. I'm going to use a combination of wet glue and tape runner because I like the sturdiness of this, and I might not use tape runner. I might just use a lot of wet glue because I can move it around if I needed to. And of course you know I need to because of that those corners I rounded on my own. They're frightening. What are you going to do though? There we go. Looks pretty good. Now I'm going to get a sentiment and I'll be right back. Last steps. I have some old stamps that I had from way back in the day Stampin' Up, and I figured I would put those to good use because, you know, that's how I roll when it comes to these kinds of projects. Hopefully that's straight. Anyway, I wanted to put a little bit of ribbon at the top. That's pretty good. I'm going to put that up on some dimensionals. First I cut it as an oval, and the oval was too wide and took up too much of the space of the front of it. So I had to resort to plan B, which was to cut it with other stamps or other punches, and then I use scissors. So in the end, I've got this really wonky shaped sentiment. But as in all things, I'm just glad I got it done. And then I'll put my crazy shaped sentiment right over it. Let me take the backing off. Okay. Rolling right along. Hopefully. And there it is. This is a little crooked. It says that may the beauty of the season bring you joy and warm memories to cherish throughout the year. And all we need now is my stamp. And we're all set. I hope you enjoyed this, that you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please tell your friends about me on social media because you know I love that. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.